Hey guys, it's Gary Wong with GaryWongRealty.com again. People know me as the Christian Realtor. I'm also the author of the book on Vancouver real estate. Welcome to another episode of Possession Date Horror Stories. This case is about one of my clients. We bought a place in Delta. Very good property, mostly land value, livable, needed a little bit of updating, but it was a really solid property, well priced, one of the lowest priced in the areas. Great buy. So obviously we did our due diligence. We put all the subject clauses, subject to financing, home inspection, all of that. During the home inspection, I hired one of my reputable home inspector recommendations and we checked it out. Very solid. We knew the roof needed work. We knew the roof needed to be replaced. So my client was aware of that. We used that to negotiate the price a little bit down, which was good. However, on possession date, my client noticed that there were, after they moved in, they noticed that there were some rat droppings here and there around the house. Oh my goodness. And then they noticed that some of their food products the bags were nibbled open and such. So my client obviously suspected there must be some sort of rodent infestation, maybe a mice infestation. So he called a mice infestation company, and sure enough, they came and detected there was a mice infestation. My client was asking me, Gary, how come the home inspector didn't detect it? And I talked to the home inspector, and the home inspector said, well, when they inspected the property, there were no indications of rat droppings or such. So from the home inspection to the completion date, which was a month, maybe something happened. And when the home inspection takes place, the home inspector doesn't inspect inside the cupboards to see whether there were rat droppings inside the cupboards. So it's very difficult for the home inspector to determine, well, this is a rat infestation or mice infestation issue. That's what the inspector said. So I explained that to my client, and my client was obviously not satisfied, but there was very little he could do. He called the infestation company. They came and plugged up the holes, and my clients had to vacate the home. It cost about $300 to plug up the holes, and basically the pet infestation process. Could we get that back from our client, from the seller? Unfortunately, not really. They also left a bunch of junk in the backyard, and we were chasing down the seller to get that removed. They came, but it took them time, and we were kind of on their case about it. So what could my clients have done next time? Well, it's hard for us to write a clause in the contract saying the seller guarantees that there is no rodent infestation and will reimburse the buyer of any costs associated with a rodent infestation if it is found. Very difficult, because let's say, unless we put a time limit to it, we say if there is a rodent infestation within 1 week or found within 1 or 2 weeks, then the seller would reimburse. We could write a clause such as that, but how often do contracts include a rodent infestation clause? Very little, unless there are indications through a home inspection. Most buyers and realtors would rely on the home inspector, but we also know the home inspector is limited, that they can't inspect everything. They can't go inside of the cupboards. They can't move furniture around to see if there's something behind this particular couch or underneath this carpet. Very difficult. So another horror story for you, something to be aware of. If you go into a home that's quite dirty and messy, there are signs and indications that there could be a rodent infestation. So take note of that and make sure you talk with your realtor and include a clause that protects them against any rodent infestation, and see if the seller would agreed to that clause where they would have to reimburse the costs. Whenever you put a clause for the seller to reimburse or to guarantee something, where whether it be a holdback clause or whether it be a clause where the seller is responsible if something happens, the seller is going to be very non-receptive to that. So obviously it's a negotiating game and you get what you can negotiate. All right, so Gary Wong from GaryWongRealty.com again, and until next time, until next story, God bless you. Thanks guys for watching my video. Please subscribe and share with your friends. Email me if you have any more questions. Thank you.